What's up, everyone? Back for another beer mail, and today I'll be unboxing a beer mail courtesy of Lawson's Finest Liquids. So huge thanks to them for this box of goodies. So if you're a craft beer fan, you probably have heard of Lawson's Finest before. They are a Vermont-based brewery that first opened their doors back in the late 2000s. The first time I had a beer from them was 2016, and earlier this year, I reviewed their Double Sunshine. It was the first time, I believe, that they have distributed that beer outside of Vermont, so I had to do a review of it. So not only did I review that beer, but towards the end of the review, I compared it to their iconic Sip of Sunshine, kind of their flagship beer at this point. And the winner was myself, because I was drinking two awesome double IPAs. I gave the slight edge to Double Sunshine, but both are great beers in their own right. Now, a couple weeks after I posted that review, and I believe I posted that review back in early March of this year, so a couple weeks later, Lawson's Finest on Instagram reached out and they sent me a DM and said, if you are interested in a little Sip of Sunshine surprise, let us know your address and we'll fire off a box. And of course, I'm like, this is awesome. I love me some Lawson's Finest. This sounds cool. What could the surprise be? So I gave my address and nothing really came of it. I actually forgot about it. And then recently I was going through my DMs on Instagram, seeing if there's any things any kind of messages I haven't replied to, so on and so forth. And I saw the message and I was like, maybe I should contact them and see what that surprise was, because they, didn't send anything out. So I hit them up and I was like, hey, no worries. I don't want you to send me out a package. No big deal. But I was curious as to what exactly was that. And again, I'm paraphrasing, little Sip of Sunshine surprise. And they said, yeah, sorry about that, but we're going to get something out your way and as soon as possible. And like 3 days later, this box showed up. Now, I did mention to them that I was interested in buying their Sip of Sunshine glass they have. It's an awesome glass. And I asked them if they still had it available on their website, and they said, don't worry about it. So I don't know if that's in this box. I don't know what's in here. I just know that they sent me a box of potential goodness. I have no idea. So we're going to find out together. I did pre-cut it, and it kind of burst open because there was how it was packed. It was like there's a lot of stuff going on. So yeah, I don't know. So we're going to find out together. So we have... So it looks like we have a 4-pack of beer. We have, some packing paper, but it does look like a 4-pack of the same beer, and this is awesome because I have not reviewed this beer. So we have Little Sip. We'll get into that in a second. They have plant-based refrigerant gel, which is cool to keep it cold, and this looks like a glass. All right, so a glass and a 4-pack. Sign me up. That's awesome. I never thought in a million years, you'd have Lawson's Finest firing off a beer mail my way. We'll show off the little Sip in a second because it's an entire 4-pack. Now, we do get Little Sip here in the Buffalo, New York area, but the problem is, and I've wanted to try to review this a couple times before, the problem is I can almost never find it relatively fresh. It's usually like 2.5, 3 months old or even older. So, and again, that's trying to buy a single. I'm sure if you bought an entire 4-pack like that, or maybe even like they come in the, I think this 12 packs of 12 fluid ounce cans, probably get it quite fresh. But, as you guys know, I pretty much, whatever I review on camera is pretty much what I drink outside of like hanging out at my local bottle shop of choice, Brew and Bottle, in Lewiston, New York. But outside of that, going to the occasional beer fest or something, I really don't drink a lot where I'm buying, 12 packs of beers. Sweet. This is awesome. Yeah, this is the glass that I was looking at on the... Oh, that is so cool. And it's still cold because this went into my refrigerator to keep it cold. So, all right, we're going to show off the glass in a second. But the whole 4-pack, bust out one of these little sips. So this is an IPA, 6.2%. This is, and they actually have it, I just saw it, said, our little cousin to Sip of Sunshine. So this is definitely a beer that is... somewhat adjacent to Sip of Sunshine. It's basically like a lower ABV, more crushable kind of offering. But that's awesome. Got an entire 4-pack. The freshness, canned on July 17th of 2025. You know what? I'm actually going to review this right after I do this. You know what? Now I'm thinking about it. I got the hashtag proper glass where I have a 4-pack. They're still cold. I'm going to review this one right after. So right now, this beer will be approximately 5 weeks old, so pretty damn fresh. So that is awesome. An entire 4-pack of Little Sip, which is awesome. Like I said, I can buy this beer here, but the fact that they even wanted to fire anything off is cool as hell. And then we have the Lawson's Finest on the back here. It says Lawson's Finest, Lawson's Finest liquids, straight from the Green Mountains to your head. And then the reason I love this is because of the Sip of Sunshine logo, or the Sunshine logo. I love it. So not only are we going to enjoy this review, or enjoy this beer and review it, I'm going to do so in the hashtag proper glassware, like the proper glassware. So I can't thank Lawson's Finest enough for this. Really cool. It's not lost on me how cool it is to have breweries send me beer. A lot of you guys mentioned that, but you know, from Firestone Walker to Lawson's Finest, and then Hop Butcher, you know, really supporting the channel over the years. It's really cool to be able to drink some of my favorite breweries by them sending me beer. Like, I still support them and buy their stuff here locally. As you guys know, I buy a lot of Lawson stuff. I've reviewed like 15 beers from them on the channel over the years. I love their brewery. I love their beer, but this is cool. This is real cool. So be on the lookout for the review of this beer, probably a couple weeks after this beer mail unboxing. Got a lot of reviews I got to post. So, but I am reviewing this. I'm going to probably review this in about 10 minutes, 10, 15 minutes, give or take, because again, that went into the fridge. All this is pretty cold. I just have to wash the glass and I'm ready to go. So once again, huge thanks to Lawson's Finest for a cool ass beer mail. Be on the lookout for a review of Little Sip in the future. And once again, thanks to each and every one of you for supporting the channel over the years. Without you guys, Lawson's Finest is not sending me anything. Let's just be honest. So pretty cool. So once again, thanks to everybody. Appreciate it. To the next one. Cheers.